Yo, today I worked on the interaction system some more. Yesterday I started working on it, and today I got it to a point where it's more or less complete. So the player has these coconuts that Alan made that falls from these trees. It's colliding with the tree there, that's why it's flying out that way, but yeah, normally they fall like that. They're physics objects, so they can be ran into. I also made it so that the player can smack them. Sometimes they get smacked really, really far, and it's hilarious. The player can either drop it or throw it. There would probably be a throw animation. While the player is holding the coconut, their top half of his body will have an animation. Right now it's just a pose. We can probably move it a little bit more so it looks a little less bad. I just made a quick pose for this. But basically I used bone layering so that the top half plays that animation and the bottom half plays as usual. Whoa, what is going on there? He's bouncing on it while holding it? That's not normal. What? Okay, well that's a bug I'll have to fix that just popped up. I've never seen that before. Let me see if that happens when I restart it, because that has not happened. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what that's about. That's never happened. But that does bring up something else that the player can do with this, and that's bounce on them. And if they hold the jump button, they will bounce higher.
Yep.
I also have parameters set up to where they can destroy when they get bounced on, or when they're thrown at a wall at high speeds. So if I mess with that right here, be in this destructible is destructible. If we set that to true, we can do damage at speed collision, so it's destroyed there, or damage after bounce. We'll just change that to be the default and open it up here. Boink! And then they destroy themselves. And you see if I just throw it normally, it won't break, but if I were to like... Yeah. It broke on the floor, but not on the wall. I need some more. Give me a coconut. I tested this earlier before I added some different things, so it might be working a little bit differently. Oh yeah, I can't do that because it counts me as bouncing on it. Come here. Don't let me have a coconut. Okay, clearly this still needs some work, but I did have them destroying on the walls before. I really did. Huh. I'll have to look into that. It's a little disappointing because it was working just fine not too long ago. I'm gonna turn this back off for now, though. Yeah, it should be damaging. Just like normal. Okay, I'll ignore that for now. The bounceable is also a setting, so I can turn that off if I want. That's where the bounce amount and the actual multiplier for holding jump to do it. And also this can flower bounce, because... Well, let me compile and save that. I also set it up so that they can bounce on... Oops, wrong button. On these flowers as well. That one bounced really high, that's just because this flower goes high. Well, maybe not, it didn't go that high. That's weird, because when I tested it, it was bouncing normally too. So, I don't know, there's a lot of weirdness going on with this. You see, that one bounced less than that. What in the world? Just bounce consistently, please. Yeah, that was more normal. How weird. I'm really glad that these enemies can't kill me yet, because they would be super annoying when I'm trying to like showcase stuff. Okay, well the bounces are a little inconsistent. Oh well. But since everything uses interfaces, I can make things modular like that. That's the same way I made it so that these splash as well. Modularity is cool. Can I beat them up with this? I can. Yep, and you can, I made it so you can throw these at enemies. Like this guy here, if I get way back here. Yeah. Yep, I put a little strike sound in there too. It's kind of cheeky. When the player is holding the coconut, their movement options are restricted. They cannot dive or crouch or cartwheel because they're burdened by carrying the coconut. What they can do is triple jump and side somersault, and that's about it. The side somersault's doing that bounce thing though, which it's never done before, because how it's supposed to work is you can't bounce on it if you're still holding it. So it's really weird that it's doing that. It makes me think something I changed very recently must be interfering with that. But I think there could be some like really cool level ideas here where you have to like carry an item and you have to like get it somewhere safely. Another thing that's fun to do is to just kick it like that. That shit's pretty cool. If I go into the actual code here, to show off a little bit of this, I used a lot of interfaces. Rocky, stop. Sorry, it's my cat. Where are we at? Blueprint, level. Did I just have in here? I think I did. So here's one I did for environment interaction. And that's just for like damaging the actual enemies. I went ahead and set up a couple environmental things that we might use in the future. The coconut is using blunt force. I also just made fire, fall damage, and squash with nothing following it right now. But basically I made a struct that has the damage type, damage amount, when that's necessary. Right now it just insta-kills people. And the velocity for the knockback of them flying off after they get hit. And since this is a base enemy, I still just have these parameters set up for like whether or not they should be receiving all of these, and I should have made that instance editable, so I'm going to do that now. And on the actual coconut, it's just pick up object right now, because I haven't made any child classes yet. I just have a hitbox, and it checks if they have that interface, and then I check if the damage is greater than, or the velocity is greater than 300. And if it is, it'll send all that stuff to the enemy, so the enemy can decide if it wants to take the damage. And if it does, plays the sound effect, does the little death thing. And this is really modular. I just gotta slap these interfaces on whatever I want to have those happen to. Same thing with the bouncing on top. That's also stuff I did with an interface. I added that to the enemies too, so the enemies can now be bounced on. Really, really simple, easy stuff. Interfaces are awesome. I don't think there's much else left to show here. That's pretty much, you know, what I've been working with.
Yeah.
Right now they bounce me high because their bounce amount is still like cranked up a lot. I also made a basketball hoop. God, it looks so silly with the coconut carrying him up like that. I'll probably fix that like right now because that's awful. But yeah, really exciting stuff. I feel like this could provide some multiplicative gameplay in a couple ways, and that's really exciting to see. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here.